In this grocery haul, I'm sharing with you the meat that I picked up to build out my 3-month prepper pantry. So if you want to see what I picked up today, keep watching. If we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan and I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's talk about this grocery haul today. I am continuing to build out my 3-month food supply, my prepper pantry. I am preparing for the winter. And as we all know, winter is coming. And I don't shop for meat often. I usually only pick meat up once or twice a month, and I hadn't picked any up for a while. And was I ever surprised at the prices? Oh my goodness, the prices of meat are just steadily climbing. Little by little, they're inching up. So as homemakers, it is our responsibility to make sure that our family has the foodstuffs in that we need to keep our family nourished. So if meat is on the agenda in your home, I encourage you to get out and start picking some up. Now, I am not encouraging everyone to rush out and buy up a bunch of meat. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying as you go out and do your weekly or bi-weekly shopping, just pick up a little extra meat products for your family to set aside to put in your freezer. And today's grocery haul is mostly things for my freezer, one of the 4 corners of my pantry. I got that 4 corners business from my friend Mary at Mary's Nest. We both talk about preparing your pantry for winter and storing up foods for emergencies. But I have got to tell you, my friend Mary takes it to the next level. If you have not seen her video on the 4 Corners Pantry, I will link it below. You have got to see it. She is just so explanative. She just lets you know what you need to have, and she talks about nutrient-dense foods and all of that. So I'm going to stop there because I'm starting to ramble, but make sure you check her video out. And the freezer is one of those 4 corners. I usually just talk about the freezer in your pantry, and your extended pantry, but I kind of like that term, 4 corners. But anyway, so for today's grocery haul, it's close to the Labor Day weekend, so they had meats and things on sale. So one of the things that I picked up that was on sale for this holiday were these packages of sweet Italian sausage. And I like to make rigatoni and things like that with Italian sausage. So I picked up a Johnsonville brand, and I think these were about $3.29 each. And then I got a Kroger brand. So these will be going in my freezer, but I will be putting them on my inventory. I was in the process of doing the inventory when I thought I should probably do a video and share this with all of you. So 2 packages of sweet Italian sausage, and they were at $3.29 on sale. I also picked up some ground beef. Now I was shocked at the price of this ground beef. It was about $5.49 a pound. And I almost always go to Kroger, so I was Krogering today, and like I said, $5.49 a pound I just thought was a little outrageous. But I hadn't shopped for meat for a while, so I thought, let me just go ahead and get it. One of the other things I like to do when I go to Kroger's, they always have a place which they call the manager special, where they will mark down meats that they have to freeze and sell quickly. So I picked up 2 packages of stew beef. You know, it's meat to make beef stew or soup or something like that. And this was marked down to $4.07, regularly $7.99 a pound. And this is about 3/4 pound, and I got it for $4. And I got 2 packages of that. And this will make a nice little batch of beef stew for the hubby and myself. So I have that. I also picked up some ground turkey, and this was about $3.49, $3.50 a pound. So I picked up 2 packages of that. And then bratwurst. We'll probably grill some brats for the holiday, and Kroger's had these 2 packs, so there's 10 altogether, for about $9. So I went ahead and got that. But I think what I will do is break these up into smaller portions because we probably will only use 4 brats. So this can actually be 3 meals for us. So I'll do that. And then I like this cooking bag, this pork tenderloin. And this is the peppercorn pork tenderloin. And it was about $6 for this pork tenderloin. But this will be 3 meals for the hubby and I. And then they also had some honeysuckle white turkey breast tenders, and they kind of remind me of pork tenderloins the way they come, and it makes a nice little meal as well. And this one can serve 2 meals for the hubby and myself. I also got some Monterey Jack hamburgers. They're I should say Angus beef patties, but hamburgers. And this is a Monterey Jack and fire roasted red pepper, and we like those. There are 6 patties in the box, so they're about 1/3 pound each. So these will either be used for the holiday or some Friday evening meals, and there's 6 patties in here, so probably we can get 2 meals out of this one. I picked up some breakfast sausages, and these maple pork sausages were on sale, so I picked up 2 packs of those. And then we like the C-Pack Jumbo Butterfly Shrimp. I also like the coconut shrimp, but I've not been able to find that in the stores recently. So I went ahead and got 2 of these, and we might have these as a quick meal with maybe fried potatoes or rice or something like that. So there's that. I also picked up some ham hocks to season my collard greens or my 15 bean soup, whichever I choose to put it in. But I will use maybe just one of those in a particular dish. And then I also picked up some smoked turkey legs. These are very small. They're probably little wingettes, but it says turkey drums. And I use these in seasoning for collard greens and my bean soups and different things like that. So I've got those. So that's what I got from my trip to Kroger's today. I did pick up a couple other things from the Dollar General, and this was on the suggestion of one of my viewers. They had mentioned to me that the Dollar General had this corned beef hash on sale for $1.75 a can. And so I did pick up 2 cans of the Armour corned beef hash, and they were on sale for $1.75 a can. But they also had a roast beef hash by Mary Kitchen, and it was on sale for $1.75 as well. So I picked up these 2 cans to add to my extended pantry. I also picked up a couple more cans of the Vienna sausages, which I hate, but the hubby loves. These things totally stink, but I've gotten a couple of viewers which have given me recipes to make them quite tasty. And then also, when I was a little girl, we used to have this deviled ham. We'd spread it on crackers and just different little things like that. So they had these at the Family Dollar, so I picked up about 4 of those. Now I've got a few other things that I want to share with you, but all of these things didn't come from Kroger. For example, I've got this Keystone all natural turkey, and I believe I got this at Target. And you can open it up, it's fully cooked, just open it up, add some veggies with it, some pasta, whatever, and you've got a meal with that. I've also got some canned beef chunks, and again, these items are all fully cooked. So canned beef chunks, you can make beef stew, you can make soup, whatever you want to do with that, and then some ground beef. And of course, with ground beef, you've got all kinds of options available with that. And these particular ones, including this whole boneless chicken, comes from the Grable meat packing company in Grable, Indiana. So these are available at Kroger and also at Walmart. And then other options include buying cans of beef stew. So I picked up a couple cans of this beef stew because, again, if I'm really in a hurry and it's been a busy day, I can just open the can of beef stew, maybe toast some bread, and have it with that. And so that's a really quick meal. I also picked up a couple of cans of chili because, again, it's fully cooked. It does have meat in it and beans, and I can either add some pasta to it or serve it with corn muffins or something like that. So more protein options for my extended pantry. And then we like the chunky soup. So I've got some chunky beef with vegetable soup and some New England clam chowder. So both of these are great options. They're fully cooked, and with some toast, crackers, that kind of thing, you've got a meal. So these are other options that are going to go in my working pantry as well as my extended pantry. So I'll continue to buy some of these. And then black-eyed peas are other protein options. Let's say you don't like meat, but you do need to increase your protein options. Well, you've got black-eyed peas that are fully cooked. Add some rice or something like that, maybe some corn muffins, and you've got a meal with that. And then here's some refried beans that you can use. You can make tacos, burritos, and I'm sure there are other things that you can use them for. So these are also protein options. So I picked up a couple cans of these refried beans. Oh, and let me grab these. I've got some black lentils as well as black beans, and you can use those for all kinds of things to raise the protein content in your diet as well. Now these have to be cooked, but my cans of black beans are fully cooked. And the nice thing about those is you can make black bean burgers. I've got a couple of recipes for those, particularly one that I got in my Rachel Ray Big Orange cookbook that is amazing. So you can do really cool things with that. And then of course, sardines. I've got some cans of sardines, 2 cans packed in soybean oil. And then I've got 2 cans packed in water. Now, I won't be eating sardines, but my husband loves them. And these go in our kitchen pantry, and I'll also have some on our extended pantry shelf. And let's just look at the shelf life of these. These particular ones go to October of 22. These go to February of 24, so they're pretty good on the shelf from that perspective. And then one other thing is, if you're meatless, you can pick up some of these veggie burgers, and these are the chickenless patties. But my son, who is semi-vegetarian, likes to have these, so we try to keep things like this around the house for when he's here to visit. So you can also pick up some of the Morningstar or Earth-Grown vegan brand of meatless options, and they have chunks and crumbles and all kinds of things like that that you can cook and make a nice protein alternative for your family. So I'm just a little curious as to what other meatless options you might use for your family. Since I'm not vegetarian, my repertoire of that knowledge is quite slim. But for those of you who do engage in a plant-based diet almost all the time, you might want to share with me and some of my viewers what are some of the things that you use to help increase the protein content for your family meals. So these canned items are going to go to my extended pantry. And then all of these other items are going to go into my freezer. And I'm getting everything on my inventory list so that I know what I've got and where. If you've not seen my video on how to inventory your freezer, your fridge, and your pantry, I will link that above with an iCard and in the description box below, so you can check that out. And then I also have some printables that you can use to help you with that inventory. If you're interested in taking a look at those, just send me an email and I will send those right out to you. My email is in the description box. And let me just say a couple of things before I wrap this one up. And this is considered preparing. It is not hoarding. Preparing is you are strategic about what it is that you're doing. You put a plan of action into place. And as homemakers, it is our responsibility to make sure that we prepare the foodstuffs that our families need, to make sure that we have the food insurance to take our family forward, regardless of what emergency that may occur in your area. So for this particular shopping trip, I went looking for meats and just a couple other things, so that's what I got. I didn't buy everything on the shelf. I just bought the things that my family needed, and I left the rest for someone else. Hoarding is when you just buy. You have no plan about what it is that you're doing, and you have no intention to use it. And I can't say it enough, this is a working pantry. So the meats that are going in my freezer and my fridge are those meats that I will use probably first. And I will take the first things that were in the freezer out and use those because, again, first in, first out. So I will rotate the things in my freezer as well as the things on the shelf in my extended pantry. The canned meats have an extended shelf life. They're good for anywhere from 1 to 5 years, depending upon how they're processed and that kind of thing. So these can be on my shelf for mid to long-term storage. Whereas these things here that go in the freezer and the fridge, if the freezer or the fridge goes out, then they're going to go bad relatively quickly. So I do want to plan ahead. I want to prepare to have some things to use in case that should happen. If you like this video, you might want to check out my video on My Prepper Pantry, building out a 3-month food supply, so you can see how things are going. You can see how I started, and then as I gradually add to it, I'll share with you some of that. So my question for you is, what meat products are you making sure that you stock up on for your family? I like to make sure I've got plenty of ground beef, ground turkey, and chicken breasts because we eat a lot of that when I'm looking at meat from the fridge or the freezer. When I'm looking at canned meats, we're usually eating tuna or canned salmon or something like that. So tell me, what kind of meat products do you like to stock up on? I'd be interested to know. And another one of my friends who's working on Prepper Pantry videos to help you with organizing your pantry is Darcy at Organized by Darcy. She is an organizing queen, and if you're trying to figure out, well, where am I going to put all this stuff? Once I get it in, well, what am I going to do with it? Well, she just might have some ideas to share with you. So again, check out my friend Darcy at Organized by Darcy, and I will link her video in the description box, as well as my friend Mary at Mary's Nest on just all the different kinds of things that you might need in your 4-corner pantry. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children, and I've managed a home for more than 45 years. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe. I can teach you to be a traditional homemaker in an untraditional world. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying, you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out my video on My Prepper Pantry, building out a 3-month food supply. I'll see you next time. I'm going to use my Food Saver bags to freeze these with.